So
what else do we have to talk about today?
And then the other thing in that episode was the vortex opening, that there was a major tear on our side, which was unheard of, which then also called us back to like episode 3 of season 1 with the bus that was ambered on our side. I don't know if everybody noticed that, but that was amber on the bus 2.5 seasons ago, and then they brought it back. So
I do want to make a point about the vortex. It wasn't just on our side. It was opening in the middle between our side and their side.
Yeah, but we were experiencing it more. Like, it was not as severe over there, the same way that over there, all these major tears that had been happening for years only created soft spots on our side.
That contradiction, we may not view it as a nice contradiction, but it really is, because we did some damage, the other side got it the bad, and we didn't get affected. But this time, we got affected, and the other side didn't. So for once, we took the tables turned.
Yeah, which is also, I think this is a good point for us to start feeling compassionate for the other side, because now we're starting to go through what they're going through. We have to understand that they are as much victims in this as we are by them wanting to destroy us.
And it gives us a nice viewpoint that things have, they have advanced so far that they are actually dealing with much more mature war.
Yeah. Which kind of leads us into one of our next things, which was, especially with the sides crossing over, was Olivia's glimmer, which was actually really sad that happened, because it was after the kiss that we have been waiting for months. And then that kiss turned out to be really sad because Olivia runs out on Peter, and he's glimmering.
Well, he sees it as he doesn't belong here.
Yeah, it's like so terrifying to her that it's like he's different, and it's like I can't do this for her.
I think she's going to learn to accept it, but it's also going to come with a price. Her abilities are growing. The more they grow, the more she's going to be able to do, and that just causes more of a rift between
her and Peter, because she
can do.
Yeah, her abilities are constantly reminding her that Peter is not normal. Peter is not just possible being a simple part of her life. So, but as Gabby said, like, her abilities are growing. And so by the end of the episode, the last time she sees the glimmer from the other side, when she goes up to Miss Merchant's apartment, she wasn't scared. She was actually seeing that glimmer without the emotional intensity in the very last scene of that. I mean, she still saw it before everybody else could, but there was no emotional intensity behind it that made her abilities react. That just kind of happened all on her own.
So also another possibility to that too. You have to remember, for a short period of time, she was herself on the other side. So
Yeah.
it's possible that she did see a glimmer over there and she grew used to it.
You mean that she saw, like, everything glimmer over there?
It's possible.
I guess, in a way. That could be possible. I don't know. I've never thought about that. That's an interesting point. Tell us what your thoughts are on that. Do you think that she was seeing the glimmer on the other side and got used to it? I want to see what you guys think about that, because that's kind of an interesting theory. And then, of course, also in that last scene, when Peter is talking to Miss Merchant and talks about how she has all these things that he has only dreamt of. And I think that's really a realization point for Olivia, that she wants all those things too.
I think it's a realization for both of them, because Peter realizes what he wants. Like, these next 40 years of all that is what he wants with Olivia. Mm-hmm. And she's starting to realize, okay, I'm the one stopping it.
Yeah.
I want that too.
Yeah. Well, you say 40 years, and for some reason that just makes me laugh, because 50% of all marriages end in divorce. But I guess that's a whole part of the next episode that happens between them, is that's not very likely. But yeah, I think it's a realization for both of them, realizing what they want, and that they've got to both of them have to make changes in order to get it.
Give and take.
Yeah. Which brings us, of course, to the very end of the episode, the part that we have all been waiting for so long, the kiss of all time.
And the realization that Olivia wants what he wants.
Yes, that they love each other and they can't continue to stay away. It just can't happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I feel like there's so much to say about that kiss, but I'm like speechless. So I can't come up with
the thing is that we really can't really say anything on it because we won't know until the next episode what happens after.
Yeah. We know there's the morning after stuff, but then we know from the Canadian promo, if you guys have seen it, that Peter spills his guts about the shapeshifters, which I'm afraid is going to cause a rift between them. So
it's possible that this could be their only moment they get before everything's torn apart.
Yeah, maybe, which would really suck. But let's focus on the happy part, which is they had drinks and they kissed, and then, as Inference showed, they slept together, which that surprised me actually a lot. That Olivia would kind of jump to that right away. It seemed like she'd take it slower.
Well, you have to remember that she's trying to gain back every single part of her life.
Yeah.
When Olivia slept with Peter, that was the final straw. That's what broke her.
Yeah.
Because Peter was her one thing.
Yeah, it's like the one constant thing that she could always depend on, that was always there.
Because if everyone remembers, when Olivia was on the other side, Peter was the only thing that got her through, the only thing that saved her life.
She said that. So
gaining back every single part of her life, saying, this is mine.
That's
what she's basically doing.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have to say about this episode, which it was a really good episode. I was really excited about it. We saw them kiss in the Canadian promo for 6B, and so I was really excited about this episode, and I'm really excited for the upcoming episode, which is called O's. That's what it's called. So I
would give this a 8 on a 10 Fringe scale.
I'd give it a 9.
The only reason I give it an 8 is because they added in the glimmer portion.
Oh,
which everyone's seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, so we're all excited for next week's episode, and this week's episode was really great, and I'm glad you guys all watched this. Please rate and review, and thanks again for watching. Bye!